Achieve your first handstand push-up with your very own customized workout routine. Working on high-level calisthenics skills can truly be frustrating, especially as a beginner. When I first made handstand push-ups my goal, I couldn't even hold a handstand. And I mean it, I couldn't even kick and hold a handstand for 2 seconds. Step by step, today you will learn how to create a custom handstand push-up workout based on your own skill level. So beginners to advanced are welcome in today's Bless you! Are welcome in today's routine. Welcome, I'm Summer Fun Fitness. I'm a self-taught calisthenics athlete, which means I've gone through the same highs and lows that you are going through in your journey. And trust me, without direction, there can definitely be a lot of lows. But hopefully I will help you reach your goals far faster than I did. Step 1, take action. It's fantastic to be educated on a subject. Of course, you have to know what you're aiming towards, but at some point, you will actually have to do something with that information. Hit pause and go grab yourself a pen and paper. We're about to make your workout plan. First, we're gonna select an easier exercise that you can do every training session, so at least 4 days per week, that's gonna help you towards your goals. You don't want this exercise to be too hard. You want it to be a little bit challenging, but mostly focused on getting volume in. So things like handstands, just general handstands, general pushing strength, so upping your push-ups and working on your core. I actually didn't achieve my handstand push-ups until I did my 100 push-ups a day for 30 days workout program. After doing that program, I realized how important it was to actually focus on my overall pushing strength to be able to do the handstand push-up. Obvious, I know, right? I will finish with an EMOM of push-ups, usually starting with the hardest progression and moving to an easier one. So I'll typically do 10 push-ups a minute for 10 minutes, starting with wall handstand push-ups and moving all the way down to potentially on my knee push-ups. But I really like to start hard and end quite fatigued. And then of course, adding in a volume of handstand training, just holding and finding that beautiful line. Of course, that is gonna be extremely important to obtaining your handstand push-up. A volume of handstands could be setting a timer and hitting it for say 10 seconds every minute for 10 minutes, or doing a certain amount of kick-ups per leg per session. Now onto the core component. If you want to get good at calisthenics, work on your core quite frequently. 7 minutes a day is actually going to make a significant difference in your overall strength. But it's truly important for the handstand push-up. If you find you are getting into a banana and flopping over, we do need to work on that core strength. Those are 3 things that you can select from that you can do every training session that's gonna benefit you in your handstand journey. Step 2 is the strength component. You are gonna select the hardest exercise for your current skill level that will be the main focus of your push day. If you really wanna make handstand push-ups your main priority, I would recommend a minimum of 2 push days per week. For me, I really like to use cluster sets when it comes to obtaining high-level skills. So for both my pushing and my pulling day, I will set a goal of say 10 to 12 reps for my main strength portion. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the hardest exercise progression that I can do, and I'm going to do it for as many reps as I can, taking breaks as needed to reach that total of say 10 to 12 reps. It also depends on the exercise, because for my muscle up day, I'm currently doing cluster sets to reach 26 total reps. Here are some examples of strength-based exercises that you can use to build up towards the handstand push-up based on your current level. Guys, this is actually a pretty surreal moment for me because watching Werner do a tiger bend years ago is what changed my entire life. I went from just worrying about the way I looked to completely changing my ideology around movement and instead focusing on performance. And it's taken a lot of time, a lot of dedication. I am honestly so freaking proud because when I started this, I couldn't do a handstand, and now today I'm actually at the point where I'm teaching, I'm helping other people be able to do this, and my heart is so full. Thank you so much for being here, being a part of this journey. On to step 3, select your supplemental exercises. These are exercises that you are going to use on your push day to help build up that strength for a handstand push-up. I really want to encourage you to use both eccentrics and concentrics. So you might not do the full rep, but you could either do just the lowering portion or just the coming up portion. Obviously, the pushing up is the harder part, but it is actually really important to incorporate in your training. Now, your supplemental exercises aren't meant to be as difficult as your main strength ones. So you're gonna be hitting higher reps here and potentially higher sets depending on your current fitness level. So on your piece of paper there, the last step is to write out what is your mobility focus. So for handstands, you might find that you have to work on your shoulder mobility in order to get that nice stacked line from wrist to shoulder to hips to feet. So that means you're going to write out that you're going to work on your shoulder mobility both at the start of your workout quite dynamically and at the end of the workout where you're going to be holding the stretch for longer and trying to actually build strength in your end range. If your goal is a scorpion handstand push-up, then your main focus might be back bends. Another mobility thing that's quite needed for handstand is wrist mobility. You should be able to put your wrists in a 90 degree. If you can't, you will struggle a little bit. So maybe for you, your focus is actually going to be on your wrist mobility. Okay, so now you have goals. You are ready to hit the gym and get started. Comment below, what progression are you gonna choose for your strength-based goal? What's your mobility focus? How many times a week are you gonna do your core? And if you wanna know more detail on how to make an exercise easier or harder, check out my 7 quick tips to progressing at calisthenics video. My name's Summer Fun Fitness. For daily content, visit me on Instagram. Thank you so much for being here on this journey.
I wanna see your beautiful face, not just your butthole. No, there we go. Okay, just like that.